Hey, I'm Joe,
I'm Savannah.
and we're gonna teach you some useful knots and
Where to use them.
alright. Now I will show you the butterfly knot. So I like to take my hand like this, put the rope over the thumb, put it over the fingers, and through the middle. Then I take the rope by my fingers and I put it through these two and pull. That is your butterfly knot.
You start this knot, laying down your rope. This here is going to be your standing end, and this end is going to be your working end. Take your working end, lay it over top of the standing end, leaving this space here. This is now a loop. You take your working end, pull it under the standing end. You're going to pull it under another time. I have almost 2 loops right here. You take that working end, push it through these 2 loops on top. You should be able to pull it tight and have a barrel knot. Got 2 loops on bottom, one up here on the top. This is used during belaying, and when you're tossing out rope, it stops it, so it can't go through the carabiner, so you don't toss all your rope away and leave your person to their fate.
Right.
Yes. So, for the double figure 8 knot, you're going to match up the ends of your rope like this and bring them together. And then this is going to act as your bite, where you make a loop, you twist it twice, then you grab this end here, get out of there. Here we go. Take one end, put it through the loop, and drop it again. And here's your knot. Dressing the knot is very important, especially for a double figure 8. It makes the knot easier to identify, and also this results in an overall stronger, more secure knot when there's no kinks and overlaps. And this is going to take me a second to figure out again, because it is a process. It's a learning process for everyone. We're all learning today. You're going to want the loops of the knot to be flush the surface of these ones coming out. I've got the one end, this end, pull this out, and there we have it. You see, flat to the surface, no crossovers, like that would look like something like that. You're not going to want. You're going to want it to be smooth against the surface of the knot. And you can make sure that you've done it correctly by counting the ropes. You should have 2 here, 4, 6, 8. Figure 8.
make a bowline. First you take your standing end, this is your standing end, make a loop, take your working end and go through the loop over the right side and up through the middle. Now you made your bowline.
Alright. Now for the Yosemite backup, and take your tail and follow it up and around the standing end so you know which side to work with. We want to go underneath that end first, cross back over it to go through the loop, and then back through this top loop where the standing end comes out of. Two nice loops. That does the Yosemite back.
Awesome.
Another useful knot is the square knot. And this is done by doing 2 overhand knots but in opposite directions. So for the first knot, I'm going to call this rope 1 and this rope 2. I'm going to take rope 1 and put it underneath rope 2. Take rope 1 again and wrap it over and back under rope 2, like you're starting to tie your shoelaces. And then again, rope 1, put it under rope 2, and over and under. Pull it tight. So you have 2 knots going in opposite directions. Just gonna do the square knot can also be used to tie 2 different ropes together. This is known as a bend. So like we talked about before, first rope, second rope. First goes under the second, up and under, like you're tying your shoes. First rope, second rope, under, over. Now you've got 2 different ropes tied together. To untie them, just grab these loops and pull.
Now we will go over some equipment used for belay and rock climbing. This right here is the helmet, used to protect your head in case of an accidental injury.
These are a pair of rock climbing shoes. They have hard rubber soles, which reduces slipping when you're climbing up rocks, and some pinched toes that help squeeze your feet into those smaller crevices when you're climbing.
This is the harness used to connect the carabiners to the belay device in case you fall.
And here's some of the equipment used in the actual climbing. Here's some rope, also known as the belay line, and use this to propel yourself up the side. These are some carabiners. These are what you use to actually attach the rope to your harness along with the belay device, which looks like this. It's got a loop right here, which is where you connect your carabiner onto, and these 2 holes, which you'll put a bite of rope into the hole and attach it to your harness. Which we'll go over in depth in just a second. So here are the parts you need to put together your relay. You've got some rope, your carabiners, and your actual belay device. You'll start by taking your rope, creating a bite. You're going to push this bite through one of these 2 holes in the device. so that it comes out the same side as this metal loop. Then you'll take your carabiner, want to twist it and push like that. And you feed this through the two loops. There it is.
Okay, this is how you put on the helmet. Make sure this end is facing outwards. Put it on. Make sure you clip this. And adjust it to you. You want it tight, but you don't want it choking. So make sure it's nice and snug. And you can do that by adjusting this, just pulling it out. Like so. You also want to make sure the back of your head has adjustment. Feels like a little circle thing. You want to twist that, make sure it actually fits to your head. To get that done, you're good to go. This is how you put on a harness. First thing you want to make sure there's no twists or kinks in this whole thing. And then you want to lay it out. This part facing you. And then put your feet into the holes. You want this red thing to face outwards. Okay. Next thing you gotta do is you want to make sure that these are tight, especially this one. And these two legs have to be tight too. Once you get all of that, you're good to go. Oh, and then make sure that you do check with someone else to see if everything looks right. You want to make sure this is all perfect. After that, you're good.
Now for the actual belaying. Before you start belaying, you want to make sure your gear is on correctly, your helmet's on real tight, your harness fits snugly, your waist belt is above your waist, your leg straps are flush against your body. And I would be wearing the climbing shoes if I were about to scale the wall. Those are really only for climbing. You shouldn't be wearing them around in a casual setting like this. I have my normal shoes on. Then when you're attaching yourself to your rope, I have the carabiner here. That's attached to my rope and my belay device, and that hooks around the red loop on your harness. Now, when it's time to belay, you want to remember the acronym T-BUS. That stands for take, break, under, slide. And that refers to how you pull the rope through the belay device. You want to have one hand above the device, one hand below it. For take, you simultaneously pull with both hands. So you take, pull it through the device. For break, that refers to when you take your bottom hand, pull it downward sharply like this. This stalls the rope in place so it can't go any further. And under is for when you move your top hand to go underneath your bottom hand. You always want to have at least one hand on the rope at all times. Then you go under. Then the slide refers to this top hand, now going upwards. Back up to the device, and again, hand on the rope at all times. Go back up here. So you take, break, under, slide. Take, break, under, slide. sure that the rope between you and the climber is as taut as it can be. You don't want a bunch of loose rope, because if they fall, that's just more distance for them to fall down. And also remember the barrel knot? Here it is on your rope. In the event that your climber does fall, and maybe you aren't able to catch them, this should stop the rope from going all the way through the carabiner. So now we're going to talk about some of the communication between the climber and the belayer. This communication is very important, and it starts with the climber's contract, which is how both parties make sure the other is ready for the climb to start. So this exchange starts with the belayer.
Ready, Savannah?
Ready, Joe.
Belay on, Savannah?
Belay on, Joe. Then he belays. Now I'm climbing up. And then there's still communication that can happen. If I'm climbing too fast and he can't keep up, we would say slow down. And then if I'm climbing too slow and he's belaying too fast or getting pulled up the hill, I can tell him to slow down. And then you end the contract when the climber comes back down and is at the bottom of the hill. The belayer would say,
Belay off, Savannah?
belay off, Joe. And then you unclip, everyone has a good day, you go home, and you think about this experience. Tell your friends.